3. Let's go. Welcome to the Balcony AUX Chord podcast. Let's go. Balcony AUX Chord. Balcony AUX Chord. All right, welcome guys. Welcome back to the Balcony AUX Chord podcast. If you're a first-time listener, this is a musically orientated podcast where we kind of delve into our stories, our experiences, our past, stories and stuff like that, just to explore the themes that we set out each week to talk about. This week we're going to talk about jazz. In a way, you can think of the podcast as a music circle of some kind, where you invite your friends to listen to music, share some music, talk with each other. So I'm here today with Afindi. How you doing, Afindi?
Nice to meet you. I'm doing great. I just woke up.
Shit.
I'm
about to sleep, boy.
It was a rough night.
Oh,
it wasn't a rough night. It was not a rough night. It was a fun night.
Oh, okay. It was a long night.
Fun night. It was a long night. Long night, so long.
Okay. But you're feeling okay now?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I washed my face. I brushed my teeth.
Yes,
sir.
That's all you need to do.
That's all you need to.
As an adult, that's all you need to do.
And then I went to the bathroom, did a number 2. It's a good day. It's the sun's out. Yeah, it's looking good today.
You're like just your criteria for a good day.
My criteria is a good day.
I brushed my teeth. I took a dump.
Wash my face. The sun's out. It's gonna be a good day.
It's a good day. Well, as I said, really briefly, we're gonna be talking about jazz today. So Afindi woke up today and he was like, "Mark, let's talk about jazz," which is loaded, just because it's such a broad genre on its own, as well as
it's huge.
It has rich history and also very, I think, debated present existence, I suppose. I think that's the best way to phrase it. It's debated. Like some old school people don't like it, but we're just gonna talk about some jazz and talk about our experiences and stuff like that. So Afindi wanted to start this off with talking about how we got into jazz.
Yeah, and, like your first experiences with it. Not even how you got into it, just like Yeah, just tell me about like the first time you're like, "Oh, this is jazz." Like
right. Nah, okay, you go first, since I've been talking for the last 3 minutes or whatever.
Okay. I think my first sort of encounter with jazz was definitely like as a kid, like like smooth jazz. That was like everyone's
smooth jazz. Kenny G, bro. Jazz.
I think okay, so I used to live in Ottawa, right? And I think there was like a show, like a radio show from like a certain time to a certain time that just played fucking like Kenny G shit, like smooth jazz.
Yeah, and I feel remember, like that's what most people think jazz is too. Like it's just Kenny G, like smooth jazz, soprano, saxophone all day.
I fucking hated it, man.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Like I was like, this is not a vibe. Like put on some fucking rock music.
This was when you were younger, though, right?
This is when I was a kid. I was like, fucking put on some Green Day or some shit. But yeah, I hated smooth jazz, and then I got reintroduced to it when I was in middle school band. Right. I was in fucking middle school jazz band, dude. It was a good time.
Was this in Thailand?
No. This was I lived in Ottawa at this time, in Canada.
Okay. So you were in a jazz band in Ottawa.
I was in a jazz band. There was like a mandatory music class.
Right.
And then you could either do keyboard, which was you just learn like how to play like Itsy Bitsy Spider or shit on the keyboard.
Right. That's a pretty cool song.
Yeah, it's pretty lit.
I can imagine some fucking some grime like British rapper.
Kygo. Yeah.
Fucking sampling Itsy Bitsy Spider. Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Yeah. No, so I chose band, and then in band you have to like play an instrument, right? And I was just like, what is the coolest looking motherfucking instrument? And I was like, saxophone, obviously. Right. This is the coolest. So I chose the alto saxophone because the tenor was too big. Right. And like obviously the other bigger ones like Barry sax, like all the options were like either too big or too small. And then I didn't want to. Yeah, and then like the flute, I wanted to either flute or clarinet, and I was like, bro, that shit's fucked, man. I was like, and as a kid, I was like, that's fucking too girly. That's too dainty.
Right,
I'm not a flute player.
Now, to be honest, if someone were to teach me for free, I would be like, yo, teach me right now.
Flute is so fucking sick. Like jazz flute, it's so fucking sick. Yeah. Anyways, I picked the saxophone, and it started from there. I was in the jazz band. And then I remember they made us play like they just introduced me to a song. We played one of the first songs was Marvin Gaye's "Heard It Through the Grapevine."
What?
That's it was sick.
Cool,
it was the band director was fucking sick. Like she was a really cool lady. She liked jazz a lot, obviously.
That's sick.
And then, but yeah, it was like a jazz rendition of like Marvin Gaye's "Heard It Through the." So I was like, I remember playing, and it would go like. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, and then I played that part, in the jazz band, and it was fun. And then it was one of those things where because I started in grade 7 and not grade 6, but like I practiced like quite a bit, like sometimes, and then I joined the band, and then I'd have to show up to school early, and like that was like that kid, I was pretty into it because it was like. It was like there was first of all like a lot of kids in band, and it was just like me coming from Thailand, like not knowing shit.
Yeah,
it was kind of a nice like for me. It was like a nice way to like just like have something to do, like be social, because like I was a shy kid from Thailand. Like I think like my English wasn't like
great.
Like my English wasn't.
You weren't
great.
Native. You weren't native.
I was not native. My English wasn't great. I was like 12 or 13, 12 years old. I didn't really have friends. And then so I was just like, I'm just play the saxophone after school and before school so that like I'm not a fucking loser. But like low key, I was a loser. I was in fucking band, bro.
Yeah. A little bit. No shame. Looking back though, it's better than anyone else who didn't do jack shit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was a good time. Like I showed up at 7 a.m. and then just fucking put in my mouthpiece and shit.
Suck on the reed.
And lick the reed real quick.
Lick the reed. Yeah.
And then real quick, and then you just play
real quick.
And then we played fucking like really hard songs like Take 5, Dave Brubeck.
You say hard songs?
Yeah, it was for me. It was like hard songs to play.
Oh, you mean like difficult?
No. I
thought you meant like fucking. It went hard, bro.
No. It did go hard at times, but we played like we did like really like classic jazz songs, like Take the A Train. It's just shit like that. I have a binder of like the sheet music that she gave us at home. And like next time I go back home, I'll like look through it. And
that's sick.
But yeah, my first exposure to jazz was that, and then but I didn't listen to it like on my own yet.
Right.
That came after that. That was like linked to like hip hop and stuff. That came later in my teens. Yeah. What about you?
Do you want me to share my introduction to it, or do you want to finish your full story of how you got to jazz now?
No. I want you like this is my like introduction, and then cool. You do it. Yeah.
All right. I think mine is kind of similar to yours. Yeah. And my as I probably spoke about this a lot in the last episodes, but my dad introduced me to a lot of Motown, jazz, all this stuff, and he likes jazz. He likes, big bands and stuff like that. He likes Chicago. Well, and they're not jazz, but they're very Chicago. They're on horns, They're big on like trumpets, saxophones and stuff like that. And so he loves that shit. And then he listens to a lot of not a lot of, but he would know a lot of smooth jazz stuff. And like how Thai people are, or actually just Asian people in general, they like smooth jazz. Like Kenny G is their shit, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like
my dad, coffee shop jazz, and he'll play it just in the background while we have dinner and shit. Like
literally. Yeah, but like to be even more like specific, like they like a particular like sweetness to a sound. I don't know if that makes any sense, but in Thai, like we would describe a sound like that as sweet. Like a sweet sounding, kind of like a lullaby, kind of like imagine Kenny G with his soprano sax and making you like, ooh. Yeah. But he would listen to that stuff, and as a child, when we would go on, family trips outside like other provinces, we would go to hotels and they would have jazz bars. Not jazz bars, but the lobby. They would have like a cafe, and they would have like people playing. And my dad would always be like, "Yo, you want to go downstairs? Like, go drink some like milk or some shit with me."
Yeah.
Like while he drinks whatever, like coffee or some shit.
Yeah.
And that was probably my introduction to that. Jazz. But I think to parallel your story with band though, like I played the soprano. Too? I wasn't in band. Like I was in like a production band. Like one of my early elementary school memories was that I was in a band for this production, like the stage production.
Okay.
And like like you know how like everyone sings and stuff like that, but I was in the band. I was playing soprano.
That's fucking cool. My school did not have the budget to do that.
Yeah.
It's a public fucking school.
Hey.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah, no, but I didn't want to play the soprano, to be honest with you. Like,
you play soprano sax?
I'm a big dude. For a big dude to play soprano, that's kind of weird. Dude.
Yeah, it's not proportional.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, so my dad liked Kenny G a lot, and he was like, Mark, you should play the soprano sax. And then his friend...
Why soprano? Soprano is such... Okay. It looks like a golden clarinet. Like, it's kind of dainty, bro. Like,
yeah. No. So his friend is an owner of, like, this music store in Thailand. Oh. And then he was like, yo, hook me up with a soprano. So my first saxophone was a soprano, and it was free, basically.
Oh, lit.
So I just had to pick it up because it was free, too. It was like, this is for you, boy. Learn it.
Yeah.
So I learned it, and then I eventually dropped it when I was like 14 or something. I know all the notes and stuff like that. I just like give me some time to pick it up a bit. And then later on I got a alto, but
there we go.
It didn't stuck with me too long.
You weren't into it?
Yeah. Looking back now though, I wish I either did tenor or trumpet. Or trombone. Trumpet,
actually. Dude, like I like
pretty sick.
Trumpets got all the sick parts. I remember when I was a kid, like all the cool sounding parts. Like was the trumpet. The saxophone was like a secondary. Like especially like on alto saxophone was like It was kind of backup. It wasn't like the star. The trumpets were always the star, and they were always fucking annoying.
Yeah. I say that now. I don't mean to jump ahead too much, but like. Most of the jazz I listen to now are mostly trumpeteers. Is that the word?
Yeah.
And like not like saxophone players. Like I appreciate Coltrane and stuff like that, but I'm more of like a Chet Baker kind of guy.
Chet Baker.
And like it just has a different ring, for me.
Yeah. Like I like the muffled trumpet sound too.
Yeah. Was it Dizzy Gillespie?
Gillespie.
Yeah, is that his name? I think so. Yeah. But okay, now that I finished my intro, yes. I think I'd like to jump to you and how you got back into it and how your current taste is right now.
But honestly, dude, like I think like after it was band just because I was introduced to like a lot of these artists. I think we played like a very simple version of like Miles Davis songs, shit like that.
Wow, they made you play Miles Davis?
Yeah, shit, just but like simplified version for like high school, middle school bands. And then I was in band up until like grade 10. I was pretty into it.
Sick.
Yeah, and then it was just like it was fun for me. Like you get to go on trips and shit.
Mm-hmm.
and then like you get to like go compete, and then there are judges, and they're like, "Oh, your school fucking shit. You're absolute garbage."
It's like some dude just like telling kids their shit.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, shit. And then we'd get like rated like every year. Like we'd go to like these competitions, and then they'd be like, "Oh, this band like C+."
Wow, that's tough actually.
D-, yeah. But yeah, I did it for like 3 years, I think.
Did you when you came back to Thailand? Did you join a band?
No. I just have my saxophone because the band in RIS was kind of like a joke, and it wasn't really good, and it wasn't cool, you know.
Yeah.
Not that it was cool in Canada, it was fucking lame still. Yeah. But there were like cool people. You know?
Yeah, I get you. You were also in a different part of your life too. Like
I was also in RIS. I was more like like play volleyball.
He's a cool guy now.
Yeah, I was a cool guy now. No, in RIS it was. If the band was like cool, I think I would have stuck to it.
Right.
But
I think in most schools, if anything is cool, you join it. Like there's motivation to join. Yeah. But like most things.
Yeah, and they weren't good.
Yeah, that
they weren't good. I'm sorry, they sucked.
Yeah. Hopefully no one from that band listens to this.
Yeah. I'm sure they agree. It's been a while, bro. High school was a while ago. Yeah.
But who do you listen to now? Like what kind of jazz? And then, like what type of jazz are you into?
Oh, and then after I started to, it was a specific album that I bought. It was Duke Ellington and John Coltrane's Sentimental Mood. I think I still have it. Like I bought the physical CD.
Yeah.
In a Sentimental, that album, and then there was a song called In a Sentimental Mood. And then my little brown book that I really, really, really liked. I don't know why. Like it was in I had my CD phase where I'd go to like a CD store, and then I would just like look through, and then I would read up on the CDs on my phone and be like, "Oh yeah, this shit was rated high rated jazz album. Let me fucking buy this shit." I listened to it in the car with my dad or something.
This was pre-Spotify.
This was pre-Spotify. There was a store called HMV. So like
HMV,
like, the people,
they're bankrupt now, so they don't exist anymore.
That's so because in first year when we came in 2015, the HMV store still on Robson Street was still, but that before Spotify and shit, that was where I would go. Like I'd buy like Beatles posters for my room,
right?
Or just like shit like that, right? Like
yeah.
But I would buy CDs. Like I really liked having it to hold in my hand and looking at the artwork and like reading some of the lyrics if they have it. That was my thing. And Duke Ellington, John Coltrane, In a Sentimental Mood, I bought when I was in like grade 10. I was like, this is fucking sick.
Yeah.
And I think, and then I started there, and then got back to Thailand, got into it through sort of just like, not Spotify, but just like, I just got into it. Like I just read, and then I listened, and then obviously, Miles Davis, Feeling Blue. What's the album called?
Feeling Blue. Yeah.
Feeling Blue. Those came up.
So. Or is that the song name?
No, I think it's the album. Some Kind of Blue. No, yeah, some kind of blue.
Yeah. Kind of blue. Kind of blue.
There you go. But yeah, those albums. Thelonious Monk. Who else? And then I think I watched Whiplash, and I got even more into it.
Oh, dude, Whiplash got me.
Fucking sick.
Yeah, Whiplash really got me. Yeah.
I think I watched it with you. I'm not sure.
No,
I might have.
We watched it again together. We didn't watch it.
Not your first time. My first time.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was with you. Yeah, but yeah, then that happened, and then I got into like old school jazz, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like. It was mostly Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Thelonious Monk. Who else? I can't come up with names on the top of my head. And then you introduced to me Chet Baker, but I first listened to the Chet Baker Sings album. So I thought that was really good.
That's my favorite jazz album of all time.
Yeah. Like when you say sweet, when you say something sounds sweet,
yeah,
the first thing that comes in mind is Chet Baker's voice in Chet Baker Sings.
Yeah.
Like, I fall in love. But it's very, like, light. Like, it's so, like, I don't know.
Vulnerable.
Yeah. Vulnerable. Anyways, yeah, go. Your turn.
No, but I wanted you to finish your thought, though. Like, what do you listen now? Because knowing you, you like experimental shit. Like, it's, like, a little bit outside of the comfort zone of most jazz listeners, I would say.
It first started out like that whole thing. First started out with Bad Bad Not Good. I was my reintroduction to jazz after that was through Bad Bad Not Good, which we're gonna talk about later as like bastardized jazz.
Yeah.
But it got because I was really into Odd Future, like Tyler the Creator, and those guys. And then back in the day, I think it was like 2015, 16, or 2014. Bad Bad Not Good was like they covered a Tyler the Creator song. I think it was one Tyler the Creator song, and I remember seeing it on YouTube, and then I was like, "Whoa, this is fucking sick!" Like they're like, and then so I got reintroduced to jazz music through sort of like alternative hip hop music, Odd Future at the time. It was like 2013, so like when Odd Future was really big. Yeah, and then it was Bad Bad Not Good, and then I came here. Yeah, and then I came here, and then I met you guys, and then we started listening to like what, Kamasi Washington, Christian Scott.
Ooh, Christian Scott. Yeah, I sent that to you, and I was like, you're gonna like this guy, man.
Yeah,
like,
it's right there.
Fucking out there.
Christian Scott. We listened to like those guys.
Chasal.
Braxton Cook, Chasal. Like sort of like the contemporary jazz artists of today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good, man. But the reintroduction was through hip hop music, through Bad Bad Not Good, through Tyler the Creator, like that scene.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn. Reintroduction to jazz. I think mine is less interesting. I think I got back into it because of you back in first year. Cause like,
oh shit, really?
Before that, I was into. I think I mentioned in the first episode.
You're in
I was
pop,
still into like my not
Yeah.
pop. I would say like acoustic, like singer songwriter stuff.
Yeah. Acoustic singer songwriter stuff.
Yeah,
You're a big John Mayer fan, bro.
Yeah, John Mayer for sure. And then I met you, and then I think we studied one day, and you were like, "Listen to this album."
What was?
And
do
it
you
was
remember
like
what
it was
album
Miles
it was?
Davis or some shit.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh shit, dude! Like you put a name to a sound that I've been hearing all my life, you know?"
Yeah.
Like, which is like for an art form that doesn't necessarily have a voice that is recognizable. Like, you know how like you listen to Eminem and you're like, that's Eminem?
That's Eminem, yeah.
Like, until you actually understand jazz, you don't hear that voice yet. Like now, if you give me like a Miles Davis like trumpet track, I can be like, that sounds like my Miles Davis.
Yeah.
But before that, I was like, it was just like a fucking jazz track, you know? It's just like...
Yeah, it's just like, it's saxophone. It's a trumpet.
It's a trump. But I got into it again, and I think what really got me there was you introducing me to Chasal.
Oh, Chasal.
Dude, this guy is amazing. Like, this guy,
you saw him live recently, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw him live. He's breaking boundaries, man. Like, straight up.
That's fucking sick.
He is a French artist that scores movies. And he scores movies primarily, but he also does it in a very... I don't know how to describe it.
This is weird. Just go listen to it, man.
Yeah, go listen to it. Yeah. He would literally take video or recording of a situation, and he would just pitch it differently and play it in a certain way that tells a story of that moment, which is like mind-blowing.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Chasal's fucking insane.
Yeah, I saw him live, and it was a theater, and it was a screen, so it was a screening
of a show.
It was
a movie.
Basically, it was a movie, right? But he was sitting in front of the screen with a piano, and he was looking at the screen and also playing at the same time.
What a fucking beast!
What an actual beast! Yeah,
actual fucking beast. Absolute fucking beast.
Dude, I nearly had a chance to talk to him, but I decided not to because I was like, I'm cold. Because I met him outside. I saw him outside smoking with his buddies, and I was like, maybe I'll just leave him alone. I'll leave him alone. He's French. I don't know if I can. I don't know.
I don't know. French people are kind of scary. French people seem mean. I don't know.
No,
French people seem like they hate us. French people seem more racist.
Wow, this is a lot of opinions within the last 10
not
seconds.
Not even opinions, it's just assumptions.
Assumptions, just ignorance.
Just ignorance, straight up.
But no, they're not. But
they're
just to clarify,
not.
They're not.
They're probably not. I'm just scared of French people because I haven't met a lot of French people in my life.
That's true. Ignorance, man. Stop being ignorant, Findy.
I am though. Yeah. Anyways, so Chasal, you got into because of Chasal.
I really got into like who I am now and my taste in music because of people who are pushing boundaries a lot. Like nowadays, I appreciate the old jazzy stuff, but I appreciate more the fucking weird shit that makes me like question my preconceived notions of jazz.
Who would you say though, like these days?
Christian Scott, where he actually describes his music as stretch music.
Yeah.
Which is to stretch the genre, right? It's like literally like it's crazy because I'm a person now that I don't know, man. I think
you're a person now.
Our time together, she should have like.
I'm a boy.
I'm a
you're fucking
boy.
Pinocchio. Okay, go on.
No, but our time at uni together, we listened to a lot of music, and it grew pretty fast. So at one point, I really wanted to listen to music that I couldn't predict anymore, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like if I can predict that this song is gonna drop in the next 4 beats, I don't want to listen to it.
Yeah.
Like, but that's why I'm more intrigued of this like new age kind of jazz / contemporary non-gender conforming, not gender, I mean genre conforming. Genre conforming. That makes more sense. Non-gender conforming artist. Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on? Because if anyone's seen La La Land, wait. Let me just. I'll tie this back together in a bit. But like in the movie La La Land, there was 2 characters.
Spoiler alert.
It was a good movie. I fucking loved it.
It is a good movie. Yeah.
It was sick. Apparently, you cried watching it.
Maybe I cried in a lot of movies.
I heard, bro. I don't know. Anyways.
I did.
Anyways,
I remember now.
You little bitch.
Whoa!
You little bitch. Just kidding. Cry. It's all good. It doesn't matter. Okay, so in the movie, I remember this so clearly. There was the John Legend character, and there was the Ryan Gosling character.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because it's a white dude, man. Like, okay, it's a white dude, like a really like inspired, like, you know, like hardworking white jazz musician. Weird. Anyways.
Why do you think it's weird, bro? Is this your ignorance again?
It's my ignorance again. No, jazz is a black genre. That's why.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
They chose to represent it with like a white dude, and I was like, oh, okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
You're like questioning why they did that.
Yeah, it's like jazz is a black genre, and it was the main character was like the 2 main characters were white. Like
yeah.
You know.
Huh.
Anyways, so the John Legend character and that character, so he's a traditionalist. Essentially, one of the first scenes, he keeps on replaying parts of a record, like a fucking vinyl record, and then he was practicing. Whereas and then he meets John Legend's character, who kind of turned him into like a sort of rock into like this grand like spectacle,
right?
Like modern, like incorporating a lot of things. And then he was just like, like jazz is about the future. It's about pushing boundaries. It's about like protesting what is. And then he was like a traditionalist. He was kind of like a purist in a way. And they had like a little like a back and forth. It's like a very small part of the movie, but like
No, I
What are
think
your
that's
thoughts on that?
I think that's the whole movie. To be honest with you, like
Really?
to me, I was more fascinated about that than
Yeah.
the Hollywood dream side of it, the Emma Stone side of it.
I just like Emma Stone is beautiful, and I loved it.
Of course, yeah, of course, no doubt. But
No doubt,
I think the traditionalist versus the progressive debate or discussion was
within
very
jazz.
Interesting. Just because like it's so it's like a paradox, right? Like jazz as a genre is like protest music. It's like rebelling what was there. Okay, so Finny told me before recording this podcast that we need to say that we
don't know.
We don't know the exact origins of jazz, and we didn't do our research yet. But
which is probably bad on our part. We probably should read up a bit.
We should probably read on it. But at least from my understanding, it is protest music, and it's like protests to this like high society culture that like white Americans were living, and they were like, yo, this is our music now. It was like inspired by a lot of gospel and stuff like that too, from my understanding. And it has progressed throughout the years, and if it wasn't, I don't know, like even Miles Davis was doing some revolutionary shit during his time, like what's it called? Bitches Brew. Yeah, exactly.
You have it.
I have the
final.
Yeah.
I remember we listened to it. It was fucking weird.
It's crazy.
It's fucking so weird.
Yeah, like how come we can consider that like a part of like the world of jazz, whereas like the purists will all be like bad not good is not a good jazz.
Weren't you talking about like what bastardizing jazz or something like the whole thing of like
I think that I when I say bastardizing jazz, I don't mean to say that it's bad or good. I just wanted to put like a name to it, not to like what I'm feeling. Just because, okay, so me and Affinity went to a bad not good concert.
I fucking love that.
And everyone at that concert was like, they're like skater boy aesthetic. I don't know how do I say this. Like Eric Andre. Eric Andre is like a crazy comedian. Like people who would go to that kind of like festivities,
and they were mostly our age.
Yeah, mostly our age, young, and like didn't give a shit. They were like shouting at the stage and shit. They were like, there are a bunch of people who you would expect to start like a mosh pit,
Yeah, but it was at a jazz concert, which is not typically.
Yeah, which is to say, like you would expect that a jazz band would create this. I don't want
a different crowd. It would draw,
respectable like crowd or something.
Yeah,
but it's not, and I'm not saying that it's bad or good. I think it's just interesting how this band has chosen to take jazz. Because from my experience with other jazz musicians, you sit there or you stand there, you appreciate it, right? And then you like cheer whenever there's like solos or like sick riffs or whatever, right?
Yes.
And you're just like sitting there astonished by like the story they're telling you.
Yes.
Whereas like we're at this concert and they're like fucking like just going for it. Like these guys are just like shouting and like just like not giving a shit about the art itself. Yeah. And I came out of it, I was like, wow, that was a really good concert, but like what the fuck is happening to jazz?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I kept asking myself, I was like, is that a bad thing or a good
thing? But it comes from our preconceived notion of what it is.
Yeah.
Like it was introduced like for you and me, right? Like in band, like it was associated with that.
Yeah.
It was but like the origins and again, like I don't fucking know, but I'm assuming because from my understanding, it's protest music, like you said. It's like it's meant to provoke.
Right.
It was a subculture. It wasn't in the mainstream. But then growing up, it was always shit that was playing at a hotel lounge where like people would listen to jazz while wearing nicer clothes. It was associated with typically in Thailand at least the higher class, the upper class.
Yeah, isn't that interesting though? That like throughout the years, jazz has become a high class thing, whereas like it began in like the wooden rooms of New Orleans or something, right?
Yeah,
and they're like
it was
literally people who felt that they were oppressed by society. They were literally protesting.
Yeah, it's probably just poor black people. Like,
yeah,
actually,
literally, like isn't it interesting how America as a white dominant society
just
has adopted that genre? I don't even adopted is a loose. I use that loosely. Like maybe there's more aggressive terms to use here, but I'll just use adopted here. Adopted that genre into what now they call like high society culture.
Yeah,
and like now it's what they export as their national. Like,
it's like old people.
Oh, this is the peak of our artistry. You know, this is like.
Yeah, but like really, it's just.
Yeah.
It's for the working class, bro.
Yeah. I wonder if rap is gonna take that turn.
Really?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because rap intentionally is also protest music, and it comes from jazz, and I can see it becoming more of a. It has scaled up in wealth a little bit, but I think it will always be in the masses, just because.
Yeah.
The people associated to it, like I don't know, just like any SoundCloud rapper, and like
it's to trap and shit. I mean, like
as long as like the music industry can destroy the art form of rap, then like it. I say that I'm like thinking of like music. The newer rappers in my head right now. Like I don't even know their damn names, man.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not like really caught up with like that whole world.
Yeah,
like,
I hear like the first minute, and I'm like, nah, man. Get my face, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it is like jazz did begin as protest music, and I think that aspect is taken away from it too now. But then I don't know, like with Bad Bad Not Good and stuff like that. Like I don't know if they're intentionally and they're like self-conscious that they're like doing this, or if they're just doing whatever the fuck they want. Right. Like they're just
I know that Christians.
Students, I think.
Right. I know that Christian Scott is consciously rebelling the genre though. Like because he names his genre stretch music. Like it's something else now.
Yeah.
And he like picks up on like these like new artists, and he just like takes them in. It's like, yo, like you're trying something new. Like, come in. I'll guide you under my wing.
Yeah,
and I think people like Thundercat also are pretty they're pushing the boundaries of jazz.
Bro. Yeah,
like Thundercat has a background in metal, dude. Did you know that?
Yeah, he seems like someone. He seems like an Avenged Sevenfold kind of guy. Music.
And now he's like, and then he's buddies with Kamasi, and he like does some jazz stuff sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, here's the thing though. Whenever, like, you know that like music has reached the point. Let's talk a second about like how like class in music can. I think that's really interesting.
Sure.
Like how all these genres that began in like with poor people just got hijacked or whatever we want to call it by
that's a better word
by the upper middle class / upper middle class. Like I remember like seeing at the Jazz Fest like a few years ago at the Roots. My friend gave me tickets to the Roots. I think it was last year, and it was just like it was fucking like Kitsilano people, dude. It was like white people. Like I'm not even kidding. Like it was just like middle-aged to older white people.
But is that wrong though?
It's not wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm just saying again, it's interesting how it evolved and like the crowd that it draws. And then even when we went to watch Kamasi Washington, it was at fucking Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Right? It was at Queen Elizabeth.
And everyone was like at least like working age, you know.
Yeah, kind of dressed up. Like everyone wore like a button-up shirt.
Yeah.
And then there was us motherfuckers just like wearing our like big graphic tees and like.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but we also respected like the the atmosphere too, right?
Yeah, we respected the atmosphere.
Like,
but
I don't really care what you wear. I think it's just like how you
act
in those situations, which is interesting. Like that's why like the bad not good experience to me like kind of stands out a little bit. Just because like the crowd was just a different breed.
Yeah.
And like they seem like bros. Like I would hang with them at a different kind of concert.
Yeah.
I was just not expecting at a bad. Maybe my preconceived notions bad not good were wrong. Like maybe I'm just wrong. But
yeah.
How they
I read about them. They're music students.
Oh shit. Nice.
Yeah, they're like students. They're basically music nerds. But they just got really talented, and then I guess they don't really
suddenly
give a fuck.
Got talented.
Yeah, I think they just don't give a fuck. Like honestly, like I don't think maybe they're like actively like consciously and like intentionally protesting it. Right. But I think
that'll be cool if they consciously protested it. That'd be.
I think really sick. they're just playing music they like. And then
I think that's more of the case.
Yeah, if you like this, come join us. And then the people who end up because of like the people the acts they're associated with are these people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the features they were, I forgot, but like at least Odd Future. You know, like people who would listen to Odd Future are nowadays people who listen to like I guess fucking Brockhampton or like or the Odd Future people like Frank Ocean, the internet, like those people. So it dropped like the associated acts that they have worked with draws that kind of crowd. And it's just like the contemporary urban sort of like R&B people.
Right.
R&B hip hop, alternative hip hop kind of people. Yeah. Maybe. I'm not sure. Like I don't know. But I think it's fucking interesting that like
no. Okay. I kind of hijacked that topic you brought up of wealth and jazz a little bit. I want to hear your thoughts on it too, because I kind of hijacked it a little bit.
Wealth and jazz. I think Thailand is so the people who listen to for us anyways. I think our understanding or my understanding is that the people who listen to jazz music in Thailand are usually more international. Like international minded, or they've traveled or they've seen, and usually those people are typically like upper middle class to higher class,
sense.
Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then so only the people so that's what it's associated with. It's played at like expensive hotels where these people stay. You know what I mean? And a saxophone is fucking so expensive compared to like other instruments, like a fucking guitar or something. You know what I mean? So it's like expensive people, you know, it's like higher class people that can afford to listen and to play this music. So I think that's what it is, at least in Thailand.
What's the second point? You said number one.
The second point. I don't fucking know. Sometimes I just say number one and then I don't have it. Firstly.
Secondly, Moon 2.
Moon 2. Oh, fuck. Fucking Moon 2, dude.
Moon 2.
That's hilarious. I was listening to it the other day and I was just like, you're fucking stupid.
Nah, man, don't say that. Don't say that.
Anyways.
But, I was going to you brought up Thailand, and I wanted to sidetrack a little bit just to do some commentary on the taste of Thai people when it comes to jazz a little bit. I think there just needs to be a little nudge towards this acceptance of non-vocal jazz, because Thai people, I think they
hate instrumentals.
They think it's boring. They think pointless. It's pointless. They think it's sleepy music.
Yeah.
But I think there's much. To be honest, there's more story to be said or like interpreted when it's just instrumentals. Like I don't know. Like when you get lyrics, it's kind of like spoon feeding your audience, right? Like although you can interpret those words word by word, it's just like, okay, like I'm going in this direction. Take it. Whereas instrumentals,
keep going.
Afindi is putting 2 bracelets on his eyes.
Okay, keep going.
Nice audio, listeners. Shout out to all the audio listeners. What are you doing? Get on YouTube. You have a phone.
keep going. Finish your thought. It's like I do random shit. You know me. I always have to have something in my hand.
I lost my train of thought now. What were you talking about?
You were talking about Thailand.
Oh, taste. Yeah, no, I think we just need to be more welcoming of more experimental flavors, I suppose, to put it in a more interesting way.
Yeah.
Flavors of jazz or flavors of music, really.
Of anything.
Yeah, like everyone who likes jazz in Thailand talks about the old school ones. They never talk to me about the new shit. Like, rarely I meet people who are like, yo, listen to that fucking Kamasi shit. Come on, like Thundercat. That's like really rare. Like, I think like 1 out of 50, I think.
No, but then those people, like, they went to school abroad. Like,
of course.
It's the same type of people.
Yeah. And then like there's a generation thing too here where like young people don't really listen to jazz too much. I mean, there is a resurgence like anywhere else on earth. Like there's a resurgence of jazz loving hipster children like us. But you know, I feel like it's still pretty narrow. I wish there, you know, just
jazz.
More.
How many times have we said jazz?
Jazz.
It needs to. Yeah, I agree with you.
Jazz.
It's so deep. You can get really into it.
Yeah, no, really.
There's a lot to discover, and we just scratched the surface too, low key.
You know what though? There's a lot of good jazz bars in Bangkok now.
Yeah, weird. Again, like, why?
Pretty good. Like I've been to a couple, and they're all like semi like whiskey bars, semi cigar bars, and it's pretty sick. Like, and I appreciate all the non-vocal ones, but talking to my dad, like he'd be like, "What the hell's this song? Like, it's good, but also like, give me a song that I know. Give me fucking something I can sing." I'm like, okay, Dad.
You need to next time you go to Chiang Mai.
Yeah,
I talked about this. I think there's the Northgate Jazz CoOp.
Oh yeah.
Which is fucking insane. Like it's it's not pretentious jazz. That's like the feeling that I get. I mean, like I feel like sometimes when we talk, even when we're talking about jazz, like we probably sound fucking pretentious as shit. But like it was in an environment. It was just like it's just sweaty. It's just a sweaty, shitty bar.
Sweaty environment.
It's just sweaty. It's full of just like people, like foreign people, and it's just like. And these musicians are like not dressed nice. They're just like sweaty.
They're just in shorts. And,
yeah, they're just in shorts and like long hat.
Yeah, flip flops.
Yeah, like the blue one.
Yeah, the temple.
ใช่ป่ะไม่จริงๆเว้ย oh sorry like that actually they're wearing and then they're just like with their bass move they rocking out and then they cover like it's insane like next time you go to Chiang Mai
okay thanks
it's just like really really need to go there you really need to go
fuck yeah
but that was
I had a thought and then you cut me off with this Chiang Mai shit bro.
What thought? Sorry. My bad.
Come on, man.
I think I actually have ADD. Like.
No, I think you do too.
Yeah, it's
not even trying to disarm
No. Like
you do.
I can't diagnose myself, but like honestly, I should have done it earlier so I can get like academic for like some shit.
I mean, but you've proven yourself that you can do it without the help, the extra assistance. So
okay, anyways,
I think, if anything, you've proven yourself.
Finish your thought.
I was gonna jump to another thought, but would you consider Kringbin as a jazz band?
I'm gonna say that there are elements of a lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah,
I think I think it's psychedelic, bro. Straight up. Straight. That's how I would describe it.
I can see that.
Like
they're a trio. Kringbin is a trio. There's drums, bass, guitar. Not a lot of vocals. Only recently did they have vocals. But they... Wow, am I boring you, Findy? You fucking bitch.
I just woke up, bro. So give me a break. It's like...
It's fucking 1 a.m. here. Fight me.
Yeah, well, that 1 a.m. is like I would be even more hyper than this.
Even more sleepy, little bitch.
It's 1, bro. Chill out. Like it's a 1. People sleep at 3, bro. Most
the
people
listeners
sleep at
are just
3.
like, whoa, chill, guys. You guys need to fucking chill, bro.
You guys are dumb.
Yeah. I know what I was gonna talk about. I saw Herbie Hancock as a kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was one of the moments where jazz also was ignited in me too. I was like,
just
what
ignited.
the fuck? So one of my uncles is a producer / concert organizer in Thailand. And he brought in Herbie Hancock into Thailand. So I got free tickets, front row seats to see Herbie Hancock.
A little boy.
A little boy. I didn't even know who the fuck he was at the time. And then as I grew older, I was like, "Oh shit, he's the pianist for Miles Davis.
He's a big deal.
He's a big deal." Yeah. So I think that's one of the memories that I can flex on people. I'll be like, "Yo, I saw Herbie Hancock live, bro. What do you got on me, bro?"
Herbie Hancock lit.
To be honest, we both have seen a lot of impressive acts. Like jazz acts and stuff like that.
I don't think I've seen a lot, bro. Literally, you have. You saw it, you lived in London, bro. The year that you lived in London, bro. Everybody goes to fucking London. Like London is the hub.
Yeah, that's right.
It has been for a while, you know. That if you ever go back, if God,
if
God
COVID
willing,
would stop being a little,
God willing, inshallah, exactly. You get back and then you're actually allowed to go to shows and stuff. But I feel like you have been taking advantage of it, low-key.
I have. No, yeah. I went to 6 or 7 or 8 concerts during my 6-month period there.
Yeah.
Well, 8 months. Yeah, lit. But yeah, and I saw out of those 8 concerts, I met and spoke to 5 of them, 5 or 6 of them.
Oh,
like by chance, I saw them and I was like, "Yo, I loved your set. Like, good shit."
Yo, what up? Good shit.
Like, I talked to Christian Scott. Like, dude, my experience with Christian Scott, he's out of it, man. Like, he's like,
what do you mean? In a good way?
Like, yeah. Like, I mean that in the most great way possible. He was super nice, like no hate at all. It was just like he was like in his own mind. He was in his own zone. Like as an artist, like you're like talking to someone who is like out of it in the sense of like out of it in a very artistic sense. I feel like he was just thinking of like his own shit in his head. And like you can see it. Like I know it, like it wasn't intentional. He wasn't bored of what I was saying because I was talking about like, you know, like Thai influence and stuff like that. Because I was like, yo, like I know you take a lot of influence from around the world. Like you take D-string elements from like, I don't know, like Indonesian music or some shit, or like African tribal tunes. And I'm like, yeah, man, like maybe next time pick up some Thai shit. And he's like, as any person says when they hear about Thai stuff, they're like, yo, I love Thai food. And I'm like, nice. But then we talked a little bit more than that, but I forget what we talked about. But super nice. And he was a little bit out of it, and I liked it though. I was like, this is what I expected talking to you. Just like you being a little out of it right now.
Yeah. He's an artist, man.
He had all his like jewelry on and everything. He looked like a king, man.
Yeah, his showmanship I've seen like just the live videos on YouTube. It's like pretty up there.
Yeah, he deals with a lot of like BLM kind of issues.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
What's that song we like KKKPD, I think it's called?
What?
You know that song? It's called KKKPD. So like he talks about his whole experience getting like frisked by the police and like told to like strip and stuff like that. He tells his story of being like, you know, harassed by the police essentially. And he plays this like beautiful piece where like you can feel like the pain and like the the story. I think like the progression of the whatever story he's trying to tell. Like just go listen to it, and you'll hear like that story in your head. You can imagine that story, which is like I think what is like super powerful of instrumental music, right? Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. That guy's crazy, man. You got me a signed copy. Thanks.
I did. I got you a signed copy, man.
Of,
I was like, can you sign
Ancestral
2?
Recall? That album? Yeah. It was good.
I
don't know. I haven't listened to it.
Oh, yeah.
Like no, I listened to it on Spotify.
I haven't played it yet too. Yeah,
I don't have a CD player, man.
Yeah, no one has a CD player. I was like, why don't you sell vinyls? And he was like, we don't have it. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, you definitely in London, you just gotta go. Like,
yeah, you gotta go.
I'm so envious. Like, I live in Vancouver. Like, it's only like shitty fucking indie rock bands and shit.
Well, they're not shitty.
That's like the genre of Vancouver is just like indie rock band, bedroom pop, like that.
Yeah, you're right. That's kind of what it is.
That's but it's alright. It's sick.
Yeah, we're hitting 50 something minutes.
Classic.
Do you want to close it up? Do you want to say anything else?
I don't know. How many times have we said jazz?
Maybe I would say 70
every
times.
Time Market Affinity says jazz, we take a shot. Like some shit like that. You fucking dumbasses just saying jazz for 50 minutes.
Jazz. I wonder where it came from. We should probably read on this.
Yeah. We just went, I woke up and I was like, hey, let's talk about jazz, bro. Do we know anything about it? Not really.
I mean, I think that's the charm of talking among friends, though, right?
Yeah,
you don't to me, like what this podcast is talking with friends. Like, I don't want it to be a place of like, I don't want this to be the source of people's information. Yeah. If you think this is a source of information, you're at the wrong place.
Else, please.
Go on.
Please,
Google, search it up.
This is where you come to kill brain cells, not build them. Straight up. I'm going to be saying Mark and I have been and will continue to be talking about a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah. This week was a little bit more grounded and a little bit more serious, I would say.
Grounded. Yeah.
Grounded. Bro.
Yeah.
But
I think the 2 love episodes were just this fucking up.
I think those are my favorite ones yet.
Okay.
Because they're fucking dumb. But if you don't have anything to say, I
don't. I really don't. Recommend a song.
Yeah. You find the music, because I know you haven't prepared anything for this. So you find that shit first.
Wow.
And then, I'll tell the audience, if you guys have any topics you'd like us to talk about, any people, if you're one of our friends, if you want to be on the podcast, hit us up. We might decline because you're not interesting. But most likely you'll be on it if you really want to be on it. So to the audience, if you're interested to know anything or to hear anything from us, just tell us. Any albums you want us to listen, tell us. This will grow. Anything can happen. This is just a musical circle that you've all been invited to. But Afindi, what's the music that you have prepared for me?
The music that I've prepared.
Hello? Oh no.
My phone died.
Oh,
right at the end. I'm gonna charge it. So I have a new iPhone, and there's no headphone jack. I fucking hate it. So I have to use this, so I can't charge it and use my earphones at the same time. So this battery is fucking dead because I've been... Anyways, Apple need to bring back the headphone jack. You fucking dumbasses. Stop overcharging us for phones.
Perfect damn timing, man. Well, since this call has gone to shit and the Wi-Fi is broken, I'm just gonna monologue for a bit. How are you guys doing? Oh, Findy's back. No monologue, guys. You don't get a monologue from me.
I monologued when you were gone.
What were you saying?
Dude. Yo.
We're on a podcast, Findy. Why are you shouting with your roommate?
We're still on a fucking podcast, bro.
But did you find your songs?
Not yet.
But fucking Findy!
You do it. You go first. Usually you go first. Wow.
Findy, what the fuck? I literally gave you so much time.
Am I still filming this? I might have to just be audio, actually.
All right, it's fine. So my song. So I was watching The Five Bloods on Netflix.
I don't know what that is.
And it's like a Vietnam film. And it had a lot of Marvin Gaye in it, and they had this acoustic track, not acoustic, maybe just vocals, I think, from it. It's just What's Going On, but like the acoustic version. Go search it up; it's pretty sick. And the other one I've been listening to recently is what is it called? It's called Popcorn Love by New Edition.
I love New Edition.
Yeah. Okay. What's yours, Vinny?
Popcorn Love by New Edition.
Yeah. Can't just say my fucking song.
Dude, I'm waiting for my phone to load up. I need to go on fucking Spotify.
Findy. Then...
Yeah, I got it.
It's on you now, bro.
Hold up.
It's on you.
Actually, I've been...
Shout out to our boy Daniel, who has been making the opening and outro music for us. He's done this in a short amount of time, and we are super grateful and thankful for his contributions to this. All artwork is from Findy.
Bro, you already know, like, you should be like, yo.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a song. Keep going.
So just to give it some, give the audience some info kind of behind the curtain a bit. So at this point, the podcast hasn't been posted yet. And we're still working on the graphics and the audio right now. So we're just waiting on the artwork from Affinity and the music and stuff from Daniel. So I hope...
What episode is this? 6?
This is episode 6, but they'll see this in week 3 or 4 of the posting of everything. But just a shout out here to both of my friends who have been working hard. I know that they have their own jobs that they have to maintain. I'm the most chill out of all of them. I'm just chilling at home. So I appreciate their efforts. Hopefully the audience, you guys like it too, as I have. Daniel's a talented boy. Findy is a talented boy. It's good to have this talented collective boys. Of talent with us. So show them some love. If you hate it, don't tell me. If you love it, do tell me. Now that I have gained some time for Findy, what are the songs you'd like to recommend?
Yo, Marcus Val.
Marcus, is it Vale or Val?
Vi. I think it's Marcus Vi.
Vi? Okay, he's
Brazilian.
Right? Yeah.
Estrelar. Marcus Vi.
Yeah, I love him. He's so good.
He's amazing. And
he's been working with Tom Misch as well. So I can't wait to hear whatever they're
still alive? He's still alive, right?
He's just chilling in Brazil, I think.
What a fucking beast. Marcus Vi, man. Marcus Vi is really good.
Sick. Any more songs, or is that the only track?
That's the only track, bro. I've been listening to a lot of Brazilian music.
So you're telling me you made me monologue for like the last 10 minutes
to find one song?
To find one ass song?
You're gonna have to say that shit anyways.
If we were in the same country now, I'd beat you up.
You had to say that shit anyways, bro. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you had to say that shit anyways.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
come on.
That's good. Yeah.
All right.
Should we end the podcast?
Well, Findy, thanks for talking to me again this week about jazz. Hopefully the listeners enjoy this. We'll be back next week. Fucking offending. All right, see you guys next week. Like, share, subscribe. Actually tell a friend to listen to this. That's how podcasts grow. So thank you very much for listening. See you next time. Bye.